Collections here, and today I'm going to do a video about a lost treasure back in the 80s every collector dies for. Indiana Jones by Kenner. I'm going to go back in time and teach you the history of the Kenner awesome figures. Well, see this figure? I have this one from my dad, and I'll show you the history of this figure. When Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid came out, it was a flop. Now they made these figures and they renamed it to the Wild West. And right here you see Butch Cassidy, and that's the Indiana Jones figure right there, just painted over. And when they renamed it to the Wild West, kids still got bored. They never wanted to play with these figures by Kenner. They were a failed line of figures. This looks really like that playset you had back in the 80s. I'll just show you right here. So basically, they just had too many playsets over, and they just took the cardboard and rebuilt it to Star Wars. Ranger figures made by Gabriel, the 80s one, another movie flop. They had to take it from the Wild West. When kids in 1981 saw the Indiana Jones film, they went nuts and wanted figures, but they got doll in 1981 to hold over to the next Christmas time for the parents to get it. When Star Wars came out, it was a hit, but Kenner had too many Han Solo figures left over, so they made an Indiana Jones figure by taking their clothes and just switching it with the Indiana Jones. Mostly every kid got these for Christmas or their birthdays. It was the most top figure of 1981. In 1981, Indiana Jones was looking for a license for kids to get their toys so they would calm down. Well, Kenner took it. That's why it took 1982 to get the figures in stock. You know why it was a failure? Because the most figure was bought out of all of them were Indiana Jones, and there was barely no Indiana Jones in stores. And that's why no one even bought the other figures that much. So that's why it ended up the failure. Yeah, Soul of the Souls. One of the famous Kenner playsets that had success with all the figure lines. It was best with the Indiana Jones figure Marianne. And speaking of Marianne, her card was the most known for the worst card ever. Her face just looks really weird. But on eBay, it's really rare, so hope you can get one. You had to have Belloc. He was not that okay figure, but you had to have him. He also had a free. If you got 4 figures, you get a Belloc and Ceremony outfit free in the mail. Hope you can snatch them on eBay like I did. These are the most rare collectible figures, and that's why they're really high priced, because they weren't out that long.